The ATC2000 is a low-noise heating system for maintaining animal body temperature during experimental procedures. Here we will look at how to adjust the basic configuration parameters. From the configuration menu, you may do several things. Adjust the set point temperature. Set the high and low alarm limits. Enable or disable the audible alarm. Adjust the 3 temperature offsets. Enable adaptive mode and set up the adaptive interval, or change the shutdown temperature set point. You can use the same procedure to adjust any configuration parameter, regardless of which parameter you're adjusting. First, press the Config button to access the configuration menu. Press the Config button again to toggle to the parameter you want to adjust. Then use the up or down button to make an adjustment. And finally, press the Display button to save the parameter. Now you may adjust the temperature set point. The default setting is 37 degrees Celsius. The controlled temperature range can be adjusted to 45 degrees Celsius. You can toggle to the high alarm limit. If the controlled temperature climbs above the high alarm limit, the sensor alarm LED illuminates on the front panel. If the audible alarms are enabled, the ATC2000 will also beep continuously until the temperature falls back into the acceptable range. Likewise, you may set the low alarm limit. If the controlled temperature falls below the low alarm temperature limit, the sensor alarm LED illuminates, and if the audible alarms are enabled, the ATC2000 will also beep continuously until the temperature returns to the acceptable range. To change the audible alarm settings, toggle to audible alarm. By default, alarms are disabled on startup because they would beep continuously until the controlled temperature stabilizes. When the audible alarm is enabled, the controller will beep if the control temperature falls outside the range set by the high and low alarms. If desired, you may set temperature offsets for the RTD probe, the thermocouple probe, and the heater plate. The temperature may be offset by plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius. For example, if you set the plate offset to 3 degrees Celsius and the actual plate temperature is 34 degrees, the temperature displayed on the ATC2000 will be 37 degrees Celsius. This means that if the set point is 37 degrees Celsius, the ATC2000 will control to the new 37 degrees, which is actually 34 degrees plus a 3-degree offset. So you can select Set RTD Offset to add a temperature offset to the RTD probe reading. Select the Set TC Offset to add a temperature offset to the thermocouple probe reading, or set the Plate Offset to add temperature offset to the heating plate reading. In the adaptive mode, the sensor in the heated plate is used as a control trigger for the set point. A platinum sensor in the plate monitors the plate temperature very precisely. The temperature of the subject, using the selected probe, is sampled at regular intervals. The difference between the temperature of the subject and the desired set point is used to control the heating of the plate. Toggle to the adaptive mode enabled to adjust the parameter. Once the adaptive mode is enabled, adaptive appears as the mode on the main display window. If you press the display button again, the alternate temperature displays along with a timer that counts up from the last sampled time. If you enable the adaptive mode, you may set the adaptive interval. The sampling interval for the adaptive mode should be set long enough to allow the subject and the plate to stabilize before the temperature is sampled again. The default sampling rate is 3 minutes. The ATC2000 automatically goes into shutdown mode if the plate temperature exceeds 45 degrees Celsius. This is designed to prevent overheating of the subject. In shutdown mode, the source temperature defaults to the temperature sensor embedded in the heating plate. The shutdown mode has its own shutdown temperature set point, which is different than the temperature set point in normal mode. By default, the shutdown set point temperature is set to 37 degrees Celsius. You may set it anywhere between 20 degrees and 45 degrees Celsius. If you have any questions about the configuration parameters, just give us a call.